zoom in into Polish market. That is subject of our bridge, by the way. So it's like Polish and Indian connection of Polish and Indian firms, is to present this market a little bit from the global perspective, meaning like overall, but I will jump into the IT services. I will jump into business services as well, and we'll try to present it in a way that is actionable for representatives of software development industry in India. Poland, for sure, is a great gateway to the other markets in Europe, and I will justify it within this presentation. Hi, welcome to the Bridging the World show, where you will learn all about international expansion, go-to-market strategies, B2B marketing and sales. All that will be focused on the needs of Indian IT and software firms looking for international expansion. Your hosts are Iryna Tymchenko and Marcin Małaszuk. Hello, Iryna.
Oh, hello. It's very nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again. Already third episode, yes. We're going forward.
So, what do we have today?
Yeah, so last time we discussed, you presented as European Union, Europe, as a general concept, as a target market that it's like a big and, full of money and full of opportunities. But today we will scroll a little bit into details. We'll jump into the zoom in into Polish market. That is subject of our bridge, by the way. So it's like Polish and Indian connection of Polish and Indian firms. I will present this market a little bit from the global perspective, meaning like overall, but I will jump into the IT services. I will jump into business services as well, and we'll try to present it in a way that is actionable for representatives of software development industry in India.
So yes, as a true Polak, as a person who is representing this culture and this nation, I'm sure you will do it the best possible way, because you can share with us about the cultural specificities, about the business that you do here, and just about the potential of the collaboration with India for the Polish people from this side of you.
Yeah, funny thing you said it's like in Polish, true Polak, because like on one of my slides I will present you the NFT collection that was created 2 years ago, and it's called the Polacy. So let's start.
Okay, thank you.
Wow. I've started from this one, but let's jump. Sorry for not looking directly into the camera, guys, but I've got on my second screen the presentation, so that's why I'm going to focus here. So as I told you, I really consider Poland as a fantastic way and place to live, to do business, and Poland for sure is a great gateway to the other markets in Europe. And I will justify it within this presentation. Here is the agenda of our meeting today. So first of all, I will lend you the resources I used for this purpose. I find them extremely insightful. And what I will show you is only a small piece of those reports and documents. So I encourage everyone interested into the topic to go to the description of the video and download the reports and go in details through them. Because this is, as I said, it's only a small part of information that you can find there that I will present here as well. Then we'll talk about Poland, the positioning of our country, the data about Poland, a general overview, because I'm sure not all of you are familiar with Poland as a country in more details than it's like in Europe. So really basic information that will give you the overview. I'll try to compare Poland in some places with India, so you will see the scale. Then we will go to and discuss geopolitical and economic environment. So that's not only about Poland, but in general. So we will be able to understand where we are, what are the changes globally on the world, and why they are important from perspective of doing business from India to Europe. Yeah, so there are some dynamics that are on the trending, let's say. Yes. Then we'll focus on Poland's domestic market. We'll have a look at the market as a window to the Europe. Some information about the IT market structure, and then we'll have the summary. Yes. So those are the basic three reports I put my presentation on. All of them are focused, and they are coming from the companies that are very close to IT sector. There is first IT ICT sector in Poland. So this is annual report from a Polish agency that facilitates business in Poland. Second, ABSL, so that's the name of the organization, produces as well on annual basis report called Business Services Sector in Poland. This is the organization that gets into one place representative C-levels, directors of service centers located in Poland. And as you will see, 44 or 45% of those centers are IT focused. So this is about our business. And this report comes from the bone of the IT industry in Poland. And then the report from KPMG about investment climate, investment opportunities in Poland. Yeah, so once again, I invite you to go through all those reports afterwards. Poland. I perceive this as a place that is a bridge, as our show is called. Yeah, so it's the bridge between old Europe and new Europe. It's bridge between North and South. Yes, we are directly in the center, in the heart of the Europe. We are as well the bridge for old and the new technologies that might be great place to connect you with the Europe as a whole. Here on the picture, you've got landscape of Warsaw, Vistula River, and you can see clearly this is the mix of the really vibrant modern city with the old traditional one. Yes, so that's why this is a mix, this is a bridge, and this is how I perceive this place. This is the place that can boost your business. Yes, so that might be a great place for you, for Indian companies to operate from, or at least build your digital presence here, meaning like communication, visibility, brand awareness, etc. Yes, so for the regarding Poland and basic information. So our capital is Warsaw. You've seen that on the picture before. Currency here is Polish zloty. In our country lives 38 million people. So compared to India is not much, but still this is the sixth most populated country in European Union and 37th worldwide. Poland we are active member of NATO. We are active member of European Union, World Trade Organization, and Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, so OECD. All that makes Poland a safe harbor, well integrated and interconnected with Western economies. You will see on the later pages what kind of development it brings, let's say, being in that environment, being in those organizations. Yes, we are really part of this Western world. We are very competitive from the perspective of the prices. So as on our last video, Iryna presented you the other markets. So for example, France and Germany, like just to compare, doing business in Poland is much cheaper. And we've got huge access to the talent pool, highly educated specialists. So that is one of the reasons as well why we are presenting our market to you as an opportunity. It's like, why should you go to Germany if your costs at the very beginning of your investments would be much higher? You might start from here and as well leverage what we do internally, domestically in Poland. So here I'm comparing, I'm presenting you here on this slide 3 set of data. And I think they are really important to understand, and so you can compare as well to Indian market. Yes, so at the top left, you've got the trend that shows your Indian, this brown one, and green line Polish, real GDP growth on annual basis. Yes, so we all know that India is developing very fast. It's we need to say it's like a tiger of the economies. So your growth rate is very high. Like no more words needs to be said. Yeah, but at the same time, Polish rate of growth is almost at the same level. Yes, we are a smaller market regarding this population size, but the growth of economy is like really comparable. As you can see, there are some years when Polish GDP per annum was higher than in India. In most cases, Indian is, let's say, a little bit faster. But what makes a huge difference here? So then please move to the second picture, which shows how Polish zloty corresponds to major worldwide recognized currencies used for the international trade, so US dollar and euro. So as you can see, this flat line, almost flat line, this is exchange rate of Polish zloty to those currencies. So it's not changing. It's almost constant throughout the presented period. And even if we will extend that sample, the exchange rate will remain more or less the same. Yes, which means our market is stable, and the fiscal and currency policies implemented in Poland are efficient and secure for the businesses. Yes, so you can plan what would happen to your money as well, so you are not losing the value of the money. And that, and when comparing to rupee, for example, yes, so we see on the trend that throughout the years, the value of rupee is decreasing versus US dollar. Yes, so this is as well one of the reasons why, for example, this GDP per capita is much lower in India than to Poland. Yes, when compared to Poland. even if we discussed in the picture, let's say, about annual growth, so we are kind of similar, but the monetary policy and fiscal policy in Poland makes this different, because the line at the bottom of this slide presents this GDP per capita valued in US dollars. Yeah, so today Indian GDP per capita is $2,700 $207,000, and Polish one is 23,000. Yeah, so there is like we are developing in the same piece, but the currency stability makes the difference here. So this is substantial. And I need to tell, when we compare the size of the economies, meaning not economies, but the size of the population, Poland is 37 or 46 times smaller than India. But as you can see, the GDP per capita, so this efficient policy here in this area makes huge difference. So we should treat Polish market as a stable, foreseeable, and it is presented as well, confirmed by ratings of rating agencies like Moody, Standard and Poor's, and Fitch. So all of them ranks Poland at the top. So we've got the best grades. So those are the grades that present credibility of economy and the country to borrow and lend, get money. So this is let's say the outcome. Yeah. So the international recognition of the market that brings safety. Another aspect that presents that is foreign direct investment into Polish market. So in this slide, we can see that this darker line is India and lighter line is Poland. Yes, but in the table below, you can see what are the values behind. Yes, so this foreign direct investment into the markets, into the countries, looks in some of the years, they are almost the same. In some, the investment to India is higher, but it's still not that super, the difference in total numbers is not that super big, yes? So for example, we've got 2015 year. So the investment in India, so it's like 44 billions, and in Poland it's 15 billions, yes, US dollars. But when we compare, for example, 2021, so there is $44 billion invested in India and 36 into Polish economy, which once again, when we compare, it's like population-wise, it's like 36, 37 times smaller than India. So I'm presenting those facts and those numbers just to present you the Polish economy and Polish market as really something worth consideration and your investment, because the money are here, the business is here, we are incorporated in the structures of Western societies. So and the market is still cheaper. Yes, it's much more competitive regarding the prices. So it's better for you to come here, build your presence here, and then go to other markets in Europe.
It also confirms that the buying capacity of Polish people is quite high, and it means that the general cost of life compared to the expenses that people have is kind of balanced, and people are capable of starting new initiatives. Businesses are capable of investing some of their money into new ventures. So yes, this also tells us that it is very good potential, and the potential is quite stable and growing for the collaboration between the two countries. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's exactly what you said.
Thank you for these optimistic figures. It's good. It's
those are not
nice.
meaning like they are nice, but they are realistic. It's not optimistic. Yeah, so they are true figures, and I think because now we can compare apple to apple. Yes, so huge apple India and small apple Poland. Yeah. Regarding the population, yes, but when we have a look at different aspects of the economic data, financial data, yes, so we can see that Poland is like something that it's not potentially popular among some regions worldwide, but it's like a really strong economy worth investing. And yeah. And maybe going a little bit away from those numbers. So if you will come to Poland, so for sure you will have to have a dinner, eat pierogi with different flavors of pierogi. So you can see this is like a traditional dish with meat, with fruits, with all different stuff that is possible. It's kind of characteristic to our sea region, like Central Europe, Eastern Europe. Yes, in Ukraine, I know you've got pelmeni and
yes.
second
in
one.
Italy they have ravioli, but all of them are different. And pierogi are absolutely awesome. Yes, I can confirm.
Yes. So you, I also invite you to Poland and have a taste of our pierogi with 2 free shots of cold vodka, with the beautiful music in the background from Fryderyk Chopin, who is our composer. And by the way, the intro of our show is like one of the Fryderyk Chopin's
popular compositions.
songs. Yeah, I mean, compositions. Yes, it's not songs; those are compositions. Yes, and one more thing is like we are the country where this beautiful collection of NFT de Polacy was created. So it's like a small of joke, but it created at some point of time huge interest when the NFT market was booming in general. Yeah, so this Polacy was Polish answer to the NFTs recognized mainly in USA and then globally. Yes, so that's but we can see themes, Polish themes on those pictures. Yeah, so this collection is kind of funny. But from coming from this maybe not that serious topic about NFT collection to more serious. So it's about geopolitical and economic environment that we are all in. If we are in India, if we are in Ukraine, if we are in Poland or Lisbon, wherever worldwide, the changes are the same. Yes. And I don't know what about you, Iryna, but I think that recently in the last years, since the COVID happened, the world like pressed forward. It's like on the run, and everything is changing, and it's changing so much in the areas that we didn't expect that such changes happens. And beginning with the COVID time, we observed this volatility in prices of key commodities like fuel, like wood, like coal, whatsoever, energy. There were shortages of products worldwide because the supply chains were broken. After COVID time, there was like a huge influx of money printed by Fed, so U.S. central bank that put that money to stimulate economies and the American economies, but the global one as well. So that's just like a normal like consequence of that. We had that COVID slowdown or recession, some people say. Then we had that like a situation when those money activated economies. But now when the fiscal policy became more conservative, the interest rates went up. So we now observing the shortage of money on the market, especially on the startup scene, where quite big portion of software development business was taking money from, meaning they were delivering the services there. And now it's like a little bit, let's say maybe it's slowed down. It's maybe like getting to normal situation after that vibe based on money on the market. So we are observing that. We are observing the tensions between, and I would say it's economic war already between China and USA, splitting the countries into the different segments, into different, let's say, those who are in the alliances of the USA, those who are alliances of China, those who are alliances maybe emerging the groups of countries like BRICS, yes, that are now starting to balance the worldwide powers. We see wars happening worldwide. So first it's like the war, horrible war in Ukraine. Then we've got this assault on Palestinian people. We've got the tensions on the Middle East. So a lot of things happening. We've got as well this AI that came, but you mentioned it on our last episode.
I noticed that people start mentioning AI along with the mention of the terrible catastrophes like hurricanes, wars, and AI.
Some people are doing so, but at the end of our presentation, you will see how the business service industry perceive AI in Poland.
Sure,
yeah, so this is like very optimistic.
It is very good.
And it's like at the end of all those things that happened since COVID, I would say, and I would call this trend a de-globalization. And this is the rise of regions. Yeah. So because those problems with the supply chains, with the markets being scattered a little bit, so countries are going to the maybe I will get here. So countries are more about nearshoring, about getting the production closer to the core, grouping into the blocks. Yeah, and this is something that was totally opposite to what we have all learned on universities, in business schools, what we read in the books, that we are going to be the huge village of perfectly cooperating countries. Now it seems that everything changes, and this is the time when companies and should think about those bridging right now until it will be much more difficult.
It is kind of going back to the old good times when people tend to bridge on a local level, when you could go across the road to your neighbor and do business with the neighbor rather than going to someone who you don't know. So it's a process that is happening all over the world now.
Yes. I wouldn't call them the good times because this globalization brought us a lot of prosperity and etc. And Poland is, let's say, a child of globalization. Yeah, so it's
by the way, yes, you're right to mention it, especially for Poland. Those old times were not always good. Poland has experienced very terrible moments, terrible time in the time of the Soviet invasion, when the country had to live with very low economic development for quite a long time, and the whole population of a whole generation of Poland remembers this. Those people who are elderly people now, they still remember that time. It was very, very bad time economically for them, but it overcame it, and it is developing very fast, which is really a very wonderful thing for this country. I would even compare it with the economic miracle of Japan, when there was a period when Japan all of a sudden developed very fast. In just a couple of dozens of years, it developed into one of the strongest economies in the world. I think this is happening with Poland, and I'm hoping that it will continue to happen, that the process will only grow.
Yes, this is but we need to be aware that we are at the brink of change. Yes, so here at the situation, we need to think what to do next, how to connect with other countries, with other markets. But yes, we are children of globalization. Yes, all that NATO stuff, European Union, yes, that brought us prosperity, the freedom of doing business internationally. So that is why Poland is thriving today, and I hope it will grow like this piece further. But let's have a look now maybe on the Poland, on the structure of our economy. So this is in this picture you see those violet lines, which stands for Poland, and those light blue that stands for rest of European Union. And this presents us that Polish industry and Polish economy is slightly different than other countries in EU. What we can see here is that production, manufacturing, wholesale, retail trade, transportation, those are sectors that are more important and bring more value to the economy than in the other countries. And what it means for IT service providers and IT companies, it means, at least my understanding of that, is those are the industries that they are in need of digitalization, especially in the realm of shortages on the market regarding labor, of the rising prices. Something you mentioned, Iryna, about Germany. So the country where the IoT is, well, let's say the perfect market for IoT is because of the costs of running business and doing those operations there and the production there. So the same situation is happening in Poland. We are catching up. So our industries like manufacturing, production, I'm not going to repeat everything once again, they are growing, and they constitute big part of our economy. So I would say this is the opportunity for specialized IT companies from India that have domain understanding. They know how to streamline processes, how to digitalize work in those areas. So this is worth noting. The second picture here presents how our international trade is structured. Yes, in general, you will see the difference between trade in goods, so like products, versus services. So when it comes to goods, so it's balanced. We've got 350 billion euro like goods are exporting from Poland, and then in imports there are 340. Yeah, so the balance is almost zero. Yes, so it's good. But when we jump into business services, which is like a broader category for IT services. It's important. It's really important part of Polish industry. It represents 7% of total employment in enterprise sector, and it contributes 5.3% to Polish GDP, and it's like a projection for this year, for 2024. The industry employs in 2024 already 450,000 people, and around 80% of those people work in foreign-owned centers. So mainly, as you can see here, those are centers from US, Nordic countries, Germany, United Kingdom, France, and some Asian. We've got some Asian as well. Business centers here, Indian as well, are present. What you can see here as well is the structure of this business service sector in Poland. So 45% of that are IT services.
Mm-hmm.
So if you consider like entering Poland and you think about setting up the branch here, subsidiary, we've got the local power, people power to plug into your company. Yeah? So you can leverage Polish talents as well.
Mm-hmm. We can keep in mind that today, when most of people working with computers can work remotely, there is no need to provide a visa for a person, to settle him down somewhere in another place, to take his family with him for long-term work or anything of the kind. Today, it is very convenient and simple. It's just a matter of signing a contract with a person and you will be working. So it is so easy. And this is why I think the figure is so large, that many Polish people, talented people with very good education and experience, tend to work in other countries or for other foreign companies.
Iryna, this in particular, those are the numbers of the centers that are physically present in Poland.
In Poland,
Yes,
okay.
yes. So it's not about remote working, but of course, what you are saying is like an opportunity for Indian company to set up here, meaning like the center or subsidiary, but still do a lot of jobs like from hometown. Yeah, so remotely, like splitting the contract, splitting the assignments from the clients, etc. So there are various opportunities and ideas here. And so till now, I presented Poland like internally. Yeah. So what are the numbers? How big, is the economy? What's the structure of it? And at the very beginning, I told you that I will show you as well why I believe that Poland is a window for other markets. And let's have a look. Yeah. So once again, let's come back to that idea of de-globalization. Under this de-globalization concept, there are three other ones. So it's reshoring, nearshoring, and friendshoring. Reshoring, it's like a trend of taking back operations, might be production, might be business services, back to the hometown, home country, from Asia, America, Africa, wherever, yeah, back to Europe. But the concept is global. It's not only about Poland or about Europe whatsoever. It's like a global trend. Then nearshoring. Nearshoring is like well known, but still it's like outsourcing businesses, business activities, but not overseas, yes, to neighboring countries, etc. And friendshoring is the concept that is getting the importance because of those tensions that we mentioned before in the geopolitical situation. So we've got wars, physical wars. We've got economic wars between two major economies worldwide. Yes, other countries need to somehow address it. They are required even to act as a friends. Yeah, so stop outsourcing to China. Let's do it in Europe. Yes, and here you've got numbers that are proving those trends. Yes, so 30% of European countries expect to change manufacturing locations in the near future. So that's something. Yeah, the 67% of global respondents respond purchasing more from suppliers in their home region in the year to date. Yeah, so they are moving back. 92% of managers express positive attitude toward nearshoring. 70% of US manufacturing firms are planning to establish or relocate their production capabilities closer to their current or potential customers. So mainly those might be if those are, let's say, global corporations like Procter and Gamble, so they might get the production here in Europe, yeah, or it's if they are American based mainly. Regarding customers, companies, they will move back everything there. Yeah, and there are a couple of quotes. There are a couple of data here. in general, they are about production and manufacturing, but still this is applicable for services, for business services as well, especially IT development, IT services that are critical, meaning like you build your process, you build your company, you build your firm on the IT. So this is something worth and maybe one comment here. Why I'm thinking about that, because if you as an Indian company representative, you are thinking about getting clients from Europe, from other markets, take it into consideration this trend, and as well think about setting up the subsidiary branch or some kind of presence locally just right now, because it will be much easier for you to get clients here, contracts from Europe, even if they will be delivered from your teams in India.
Oh, by the way, you see, I'm traveling a lot about Poland these days, and every time I go somewhere to the suburbs of a city, I can see dozens, sometimes hundreds of huge production plants located all over the rural and in city areas too, everywhere. And they are mainly German and other Western European productions that are developed here in Poland territory, simply because the workforce is a little bit less expensive than it would be in Germany. So many production plants from the Western Europe moved them into Poland, because they know that Polish workers are reliable, they do their work well, and there is a very good resource of a less expensive workforce with a very stable economy, which means that their plant is going to be there for years and nothing will happen to it. So it is already working for industrial sector, and I'm sure that the same scheme may work very well for the IT industry.
Exactly. So this is what you are saying is perfect explanation for this particular slide, because it shows, the most popular sourcing and reshoring locations for European countries. Yes. So look, Poland is the most popular, the top choice for the European countries to, offshore, to nearshore, yes, to outsource their projects, their businesses, yes. The most popular one is Poland with 23% of respondents saying so. Then it's Germany with 19%, and then there is a huge difference because after that, on the third position is Turkey with 12% respondents saying so. Turkey, that is out of European Union. And as you can see, to compare, there are some respondents are claiming that the sourcing location should be India and Vietnam. So it's like 8 and 10%. But still, the Poland, it's something worth keeping in mind, because people and decision makers from other markets, when considering and thinking about outsourcing, what they will think about. Yes, so we need to answer.
We think about stability and the more or less inexpensive penetration into the market. So exactly. Poland is excellent.
Poland is excellent example here.
Yeah, good.
Yes, and then look. So we now discussed about perspective of buyers from other market, and now we've got Poland. This map presents which markets are served from Polish business service centers. And those business service centers, 45% of them are IT business centers. So this is what we talk about. This is your business, guys, yes? So from Poland, 73% of those centers serve Germany, 44 France, 57 UK, meaning service can serve clients or many clients, yes? So not only from one country, but from multiple countries. That's why the numbers are like that. So you can see this is a window. I told you about. Yeah, so this is the place where you land, you build your presence, you get clients here, and then you might as well sell throughout Europe. Here, this is like a more global perspective. So the same situation. So it's like locations of top clients served by centers. So those business service centers in Poland. So the number 1 is Germany still, then United Kingdom, France. Number 4 is United States. Then Polish service centers serve Polish companies as well. Then Italy, Netherlands, Spain, Switzerland, Sweden. Yeah, so the whole range. And as well, have a look at this map because it presents the time zones. Yeah, so those time zones of the company, the subsidiary or like an entity located in Poland is favorable of serving huge, developed and rich markets like whole Europe. Yes, Middle East, Arabic countries. Yes. And as well, the time difference between Poland and US is not that big as difference between India and US. It's worth mentioning. And then here is like information that presents you what is the balance of international trade of services. As we discussed, goods and products are balanced, but what regarding services? We are exporter rather than importer. There is like our exports are double than imports. Yeah, so this is as well should picture you Poland as a place for as a go-to market to buy services, IT services, like with the 45% of them. Yeah. When we concentrate on IT and ICT services, because like those numbers here present, all business services, those might be some other stuff, some other areas of services. But here, when we focus on IT and ICT, so the biggest buyer from this segment is United States, and then United Kingdom, and then Germany, and then Switzerland. So those are top markets. When we Iryna talked with had the conversations with let's say people from IT industry in India. Yeah, so those were mentioned as markets of biggest interest from their side. So have a look here. Yeah, so those are the markets that want to buy services from Poland. Yeah, so keep that in mind. And then we've got the structure. So you will have a short look at what kind of services are in that IT service part. So it's testing, it's software development, it's user support, it's like RPA, cloud services. So everything Iryna mentioned in the presentation about European Union. So this is the structure of the services as well that are served and delivered from Poland.
That's good to hear. It means that it is in demand everywhere. And of course, there are more opportunities to fit those spaces, empty spaces.
And here we will talk, this is the last page of last part of our presentation. That will the first line, it shows the feelings toward particular trends on the market of the people who are leading those service centers in Poland. And there are risks and opportunities. Those that are blue, light and dark are opportunities. Those that are red and orange are risks. Violet is neutral. So the number one is AI. This is what you said. So look, this red and orange is slightly above 10%. So only 14% of respondents in Poland are afraid of AI.
It's mainly the people who do not know what it is about, I think. They just heard that AI is going to take their work from them.
Yeah, but here we talk about decision makers in service, professional service providers and centers. Yeah, so people who act in IT act in serving other countries, delivering different services. Yes, and they are it's like more than 50% are optimistic. They say it's like potential opportunity for them to improve businesses, improve this, their positioning. Yes, and on the other hand, why that might be like this? When we look at the number 17 and 18, so the something that is perceived as the biggest risk, so we've got increase in labor cost, which is the biggest threat perceived by decision makers. So once again, coming back to India, when we've got, at least in our short research, we found that on average, software development jobs, for software development full-time employer, you need to pay twice as you need to do in India. So you've got huge margin, and to deliver your work from India and still provide, some savings for your client. Yeah. So, and people in Poland are afraid and aware of this fact. And of course, the another aspect that is like a potential threat is escalation of the conflict in Ukraine. So people and decision makers are afraid of that. Yes. So, and that we might turn into opportunity as well, meaning like acting as the hybrid company, Polish and / Indian one, can mitigate this risk for your buyers. You're saying, okay, we act within European frameworks. We are European company as well. We understand the market. We are here, but we've got operations as well in India, which is a safe harbor regarding, your risks and your fears regarding conflict. Yeah. So this is something worth considering. I will not, go through all the points. I think those 3 points are very, very important. One is that Poland is looking in a positive way towards AI, and is afraid of rising costs of labor. So, which means there is shortage of the people on the market, and they are kind of afraid as well of the conflict. Yeah. So Indian, let's say, hybrid cooperation might be some sort of solution for that. Yes. And that's it. That's all about Poland. I think it should be something to start with. It should be something to think about. Yeah, because this is like this macroeconomical and perspective from the helicopter view perspective is something that triggered us as well to think about this project. Yeah, so there are chances, there are ways to cooperate, not to compete even directly, because there are needs. Poland is more expensive than India,
but less expensive than Switzerland.
but less expensive in Switzerland, less expensive than Germany. It's within the frame of European regulations, business conduct, behavior, everything. Meaning like so.
By the way, even the knowledge of English, I can see that everybody who is older than like 30, 35 can speak English very well. And those who are younger than 35, they speak English as if it was their native language.
Exactly.
I have children across the road who just communicate in English between themselves when they are playing on the road, just outside their buildings. So it's just, yes, English is not a problem in Poland. It is, I think it is more of a problem in other countries of Europe, like in Germany or in France. But in Poland, everybody can speak English, especially young people, very well.
Yes, this index and list of countries with this English proficiency in English that shows it places Poland in the top, meaning like it's not first 10, but I believe it's 11th or 14th place, so worldwide.
And people seem to like speaking English, you see. Whenever I speak to Polish people, they speak English to me.
Yes, so this is exactly because we are from different countries, yes. So and this is like we communicate in English, yes.
Well, so it is very convenient.
Okay, so guys, I hope that you enjoyed this part and you find it valuable and actionable. I hope to see you on our next episode. Next episode will be about sales and marketing and international expansion. We are not disclosing yet what kind of topic that's gonna be, so stay tuned.
But you're very welcome to let us
attention.
know what else you would like to hear about. Please drop us notes about the topics that you would like us to uncover for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for watching and listening to us. The show was prepared and hosted by
Iryna, the owner of Business Development and Consulting, who helps young companies set off successfully on their journey of international business.
And Marcin, founder of Grow My Tech, who helps IT firms grow by designing and executing B2B marketing and sales strategies. Do not forget to subscribe, give us thumbs up, and share your thoughts in the comments. See you next episode.